Hi Lisa, I wanted to get you some information on how to use our library software in order to be able to check out books to the students over there. Otherwise, I feel like your hours in there, you're not able to really engage with the kids the way we need you to. So hopefully this little video will help. Start out at the school web page. I'm going to click on the middle school, high school. Then we're going to scroll down, use middle school, high school, library, and instructional media center. The software we use is called Destiny, so you'd click on Destiny Library Catalogs. And then you're at the Rio Middle School, High School. This is the first interface we see when we log in, called Destiny Discover. It will not help you check out books, so we have to go further. There's a Login tab over here. We're going to use all of your last name, 3 of your first name. Your password is going to be Vikings4865. Once again, that takes you to that Destiny Discover interface. You'll need to click on More and choose Back Office. The most important tab here is the circulation. Checkout is your option. Check-in is your option. If a student comes up to the counter with a book to check out, let's say it's Bryn Schmidt, we look up by their last name. They don't all necessarily have library cards. You'd type her last name in, you'd go find patron, and you would choose Bryn. You'd want to remind her that she does have a book checked out and that it's past due. Ask her if she wants to renew it or if she wants to check it in, but we don't restrict kids when they have items that are overdue. We let them have a total of 3 checkouts at any given time. So if she had 2 other books, you could go ahead and pick up the scanner and scan them both in succession, and they will then show up here on the screen. And tell her thank you and she's on her way. Let's say in a week she brings her books back. You would use the check-in tab. If she handed you 3 books, you'd use the scanner and scan each one of them, and that would take care of everything, and Bryn would be all covered. All of her books would be checked back in. So another way to find a patron is to just go right to Find Patron, and then you can look students up by their last name. So we could look up Rory Becker. Okay, he also has a book checked out. You could remind him of that, ask him if he wants to renew it or return it, and then just scan whatever new books he wants, making sure you don't go over that limit of 3. And again, when he brought them back, you would just go to check in, scan all 3 of them in a row, and you're done. So once again, looking up by last name, click Patron, or just click on Find Patron and go through alphabetically to find the kids. Hey, Zoe Danke. Hey, Zoe's all clean, nothing checked out. All right, so that's the processes of checkout and check-in, which are probably the 2 biggest things you're going to be using. I will come and show you how to use some of these other things when I'm over at the middle school, high school on Friday. After you do check-in books, typically we put them on a cart behind the counter. If you want to shelve them right away, you can. I don't think the shelving is too difficult to figure out over there. You won't have a problem with it. The back L over by the main hallway is where we put all the J books. J means juvenile. Those books are geared for middle school students. So you're going to find JPBs, and you're going to find straight up Js. Those go in the L section. That big outside wall between you and the study hall is primarily where nonfiction goes, but it also does go into that U-shaped area in the middle around the outside. Inside the U-shaped area is where our fiction is. That's geared for kids 9 through 12. You'll find middle school girls will be in there all the time. They skip over the whole middle school section and go right to the older kid books to put those away in there. And then paperbacks, they're in those spinning racks, I believe, over by the L section in that corner. And I think there's some on the shelves as well. Because we've gotten so many of them, it's hard to get them put back in place anymore. And the other big section you have to worry about would be our graphic novels. And they're along that tall wall over next to the study hall wall. And you'll find them, there's massive sets of them there. There's sets of as many as 30-some books in the graphic novels. And they're all labeled with 741.5. There should be a new box of books over there from Follett. Those were some books that Mr. Roth requested. I'll help you get those up and working on them on Friday. Usually we buy our books from Amazon, and I do all the MARC records by myself for them. I input them all in the database. But when we do get books from Follett, they come along with the database. I just upload it. So those are easier to get processed and get out. And I'll show you what needs to be taped, where to put labels, and all those kinds of things. Nothing big. You won't have a problem with any of that. And then use that taping machine we use, because we do type spam. We do tape spine labels on all of our paperback books to help them last longer. So anyway, let me show you this here one more time. School web page, middle school, high school up here, or use Little Middle School, High School down here. Library Instructional Media Center, Destiny Library Catalogs, Middle School, High School. Log in, all of your last name, 3 of your first, and Vikings 4865. Then you're going to have to go into the back office. And that's where you'll have access to circulation for checking out and checking in. All right. Email if you have any questions. I check my email all day long. When in doubt, Kayla can probably help you out as well, because she's familiar how to use the check-in, check-out of circulation. She doesn't have access to all these other things, but she does know about the other parts of the circulation. But email me if you have questions, and we'll visit on Friday. Thank you.